Hello everyone and welcome back to another video. In this one we're going to go over the NFL Super Bowl 59, Super Bowl LIX, Super Bowl Licks as they call it. But yeah, let's go over the odds. We're going to go over the odds and the splits and how they adjusted over the past 2 weeks, as well as expected value, things like that. And yeah, as you can see, the opening odds are on the screen. Kansas City naturally started out as a favorite, minus 118. Odds for Kansas City, plus 100 for Philadelphia. And currently, well, let me pull up my notes, then we'll go from there. All right, Super Bowl 59. Kansas City opening money line minus 118. 1 plus 18. This is how we get these values up top. 1 plus 18 equals 19. 11 plus 8 equals 19. And 1 plus 1 plus 8 equals 10. Same thing with 100. You just reduce the values. It's called reduction, separating the integers, adding them together. All right, Kansas City current money line minus 116 currently. As you can see right here, Kansas City still a favorite, but it has become a pick'em game. It has become a pick'em game pretty much, only with Philadelphia going to the negative now at minus 102. Now, Kansas City peaked at minus 130 in the first week, last week. In the first week, right after the NFC and AFC championship games, Kansas City peaked at minus 130. Philadelphia peaked at plus 110. And this is, of course, in their respective directions. They peaked in their respective directions. Kansas City was in the negative, minus 130. Philadelphia was plus 110. And just keep that in mind. The minus 130s hit more so than the plus when they go against the plus 110s, positive 110s. Opening money line for Kansas City at minus 1.5, minus 106. I'll add the current ones. Yeah, it'll be in the description after the video. We'll add that in a moment. But the opening money line for Kansas City, minus 1.5, minus 106. Plus 1.5, minus 114. That was the opening odds. And it pretty much has remained that way now. Minus 1.5, minus 104 for Kansas City on the spread. Plus 1.5, minus 118 on the spread for the Philadelphia Eagles. And the total over under 48.5 points, minus 110 for minus 110 even. Going on the total, 48.5. That total has increased. It started out at 45.5 at minus 115, minus 105 for the under, minus 115 for the over. Now it is 48.5 points. 48.5 points. You normally see Super Bowls around 47, 48 points because you got to think about the Masonic compass. The Masonic compass is 47.5 degrees. 47.5 degrees. But normally when certain things are being reported and such, it'll be 47.5, 48, 48.5, things like that. Super Bowls are always around that total. Always around that total, whether it's opening or whether it's current or whether it's final. They're always around that 48, that Masonic compass area, around 47, 48 points. But yeah, let's go over the expected value. Expected value is the measure of what a bettor can expect to win or lose on each bet placed on the same odds time and time again. The formula is below that, and it is all based off $100 wagers. Kansas City, based off this minus 116 to Philadelphia's minus 102, gives Kansas City a 52% win percentage. That gives Philadelphia a 48% win percentage based off this minus 102, which gives Philadelphia a negative $4.94 expected value. And that gives Kansas City a negative $3.17 expected value. So currently, Philadelphia actually has more value to the sports books as we are looking at it here. And that at that minus 104, and it is almost a full $2 difference almost. Now, Kansas City was a much higher favorite at its peak, and now Philadelphia is going to the negative. And this is where it really, really, really gets tricky because Philadelphia is in the negative now. And when a team goes to the negative, it has something to do with how they're going to adjust this team. But they really haven't adjusted the opposition. They're at minus 116, opened at minus 118. They are now in the negative, which is significant. They started out at plus 100, minus 102. I know people are going to say there's just two off, but its peak was at minus 130. Chiefs win this. Most people would say, why wouldn't they leave it at minus 130? The sports books, that is, the powers that be. Why wouldn't they leave it there? It has a lot to do with the splits. Kansas City is getting 60% of the money on the betting, on the money line. 23% of the money is going to Kansas City on the betting. Only 23% is going with Kansas City. 23%, that's it. 77% of the money on the Eagles. And that is all the more reason why you may want to think of, before you pick Kansas City, just before you pick Kansas City, they went to the other side at minus 102. At minus 102. But here's the thing. Minus 102 doesn't have much value at all. Minus 116 is much more value than minus 102 money line based, not expected value based, money line based. And they went to the negative. So they're going to do something with Philadelphia in this game. What if Kansas City could win by 1 point? Philadelphia would still win the spread. Let's see where they are on the spread, though. 63% going in Philadelphia's favor of the money. 58% of the betting going in Philadelphia's favor. People putting a lot of money on Philadelphia. Now, when games are like this, the sharps still go in late, but it's unclear. Technically, it's late now because the game was scheduled 2 weeks ago, but it's unclear whether how many more sharps have gone in now or later. It's easy to do it when it's day by day like NBA because they go in late in the day every day. But this is unclear. They could have gone in Friday. They could have gone in the Friday of last week. They could have gone in today. But as it currently stands, Philadelphia is 63% on the spread. And they're at that minus 118, which has a ton of value. But since this is flip-flop, pretty much minus 104, minus 116, minus 102, minus 118, something is going to be done with Philadelphia here. I'm not saying they're going to win the game, but they could get that spread. Watch how that minus 118 adjusts throughout the day up until game time. 6:35 is the kickoff. Okay. 6:35 Eastern is the kickoff. And wait till about an hour before the game and you will really understand what they're going to do with Philadelphia in this game. Philadelphia, because most people putting money on Philadelphia in this game. They have since gone to the negative. And people putting heavy money on a team now is positive. Now they're going to the negative. That could signify a victory, but not really, because they still don't have much value at all at minus 102. But just keep that in mind. Keep that in mind. These odds are probably going to adjust at the last minute. They are going to adjust at the last minute. This may not end up at minus 116, minus 102. It could end up at minus 112, minus 104. Minus 112 favoring Kansas City. But yeah, over under. 48.5 points, minus 110. Under 48.5 points, minus 110. Over is getting dominated by the under. Under is getting 78% of the money. Over is getting 82% of the money. Over is only getting 22%. So people expecting somewhat of a lower scoring games than we had during the championship weekend a couple weeks ago. But yeah, look out for Kansas City definitely. As long as Taylor Swift, as long as Swifty is hanging over with her fake relationship, fake Illuminati relationship with Travis Kelce, as long as that's happening, you can be rest assured that Kansas City is more than likely gonna win this game. More than likely. Now, let's see. Because that Taylor Swift narrative is heavy in the past couple of years for Kansas City. They're going up against Philadelphia on in New Orleans. They're going up against Philadelphia in New Orleans. And remember the last Super Bowl, I believe it was the last Super Bowl that was in New Orleans. You know, that was the blackout bowl. The lights went out. So there is going to be a huge narrative. Then, you know, all the stuff going on, the drones and all that. I'm talking out of it a little bit, but little other narratives going on. You know, they say the drones in the sky and all that, but it's even deeper than that. I'll probably make a video on that, but that's neither here nor there. But Philadelphia, Kansas City, and New Orleans. Look out for Kansas City. As long as Swifty's hanging over that team, it's hard to go against them. But people are putting heavy money on Philadelphia in this game to win this game. It's going to see how much impact the Sharps have, because Kansas City definitely going over 30% on the money line by kickoff for sure. But if Philadelphia were to, let's say if this just stays the same, that's where it really gets tricky, because it's all about how much this changes. What does this minus 102? If this minus 102 turns into minus 104, minus 106, minus 108, that's where you really need to consider Philadelphia in this game. But as it currently stands, Kansas City looks like a decent pick. Swifty's hanging over the program. And yeah, go with that. As you can see, that we're going to go into the props now. As you can see, the anytime score. Anytime score is more than likely a team that a player that runs in a touchdown, not throws in a touchdown. So you can pretty much lock. A lock is probably Travis Kelce at plus 130. That's an easy payday. But let me show you the Swifty. Let me show you the Swifty props real quick, because that's where you could really make money in this game. By the way, I will have props on my Patreon. Link will be in the description, but I'm giving you my locks in this video right now. These are my locks right here. Travis Kelce to have a anytime touchdown. And where is it? Right here, Antihero. Taylor Swift specials. Jalen Hurts or Saquon Barkley to score a touchdown in the fourth quarter. That's a lock. That will be a lock. Easy money there. Easy money there. Travis Kelce to have more yards than A.J. Brown. More than likely not. Because I think A.J. Brown will more than likely have a big game in this game. That is the Philadelphia Eagles wide receiver. He will have a big game in this game. He will be featured. Now, he didn't have a great year this year. He had a good year, not a great year by his standards. But he'll have a great game here. All right, Cruel Summer. Travis Kelce under 50.5 receiving yards, and the Chiefs lose. Wow. That that could be something, but I wouldn't go there. Not a safe pick there. Could happen though. Not a safe pick. You have to once again watch how those Philadelphia odds adjust. If they increase in that negative direction, this could get tricky. It could get tricky. But Kansas City looks decent right now as long as Swifty's hanging over them. All right. Patrick Mahomes to record. No, last score of the game to be a Chiefs field goal. And that could be where the Chiefs win by 1 point. And Philadelphia could win that spread. I'm just saying. Chiefs win the game, Philadelphia wins the spread. But yeah. But my lock is definitely anti-hero. Lock is anti-hero here. Let's see. I'm telling you my locks here. I'm going to give you my full props on my Patreon. Let's see. Let's go with the receiving props. Since we were just talking about A.J. Brown. Well, let's do the passing props. First quarterback to reach 50 plus passing yards. 50 plus passing yards. Yeah, that looks like that could definitely be Mahomes. Definitely be Mahomes, but it's early. Let me see. First quarterback to reach 150 passing yards. Even much of a bigger dog is Jalen Hurts. Obviously, as the more. Yeah, to see. It could be Jalen Hurts with this one. This could be first quarterback to reach 50 plus passing yards. That could be on one play. You might want to put some money here on Hurts. This plus 142. I wouldn't go higher than that. I wouldn't go to the 100 or 150. But that 142 is neat. I would put some money on it. Some money on it. Not a whole lot, but I'd put some money on it. Definitely not any higher than that. Definitely not any higher than that. Player to record 1 plus receiving yards. Out of the backups and the guys that don't play very much. Okay. Consider putting money on Hendershot. Definitely consider putting money on Hendershot and Justin Wilson. Hendershot and Justin Wilson. I would definitely consider those. Let's see what else we got. First player to record 20 plus receiving yards. Oh yeah. This is this is ridiculous. I wouldn't put money on Kelsey here. I would put money more than likely on Worthy. I would put money on Worthy here. Xavier Worthy here. And that's a sizable payday here. $490. I would definitely put money on Xavier Worthy here. Because you could even make a ton on A.J. Brown. Plus 410. Yeah, there are props galore in this game. Props galore in this game that you can make money off of outside of the main game, the spread money line and totals. But yeah, let's see what else we got here. Rushing. Player to record 1 plus rushing yards. Let's see. So my JP Ryan would be a nice pick here. Okay, this is going to be another one of my locks. Player to record 1 plus Samaj JP Ryan right here. Plus 138. Of course, barring injury or nothing like that, I would put money on him. Plus 130. That'll be another one of my locks right here. For sure. For sure. That's the only one. All right, first player to record 10 plus. Let's go 20. We could do 10. 10 plus rushing yards. I wouldn't go here too quickly. Because see Saquon minus 104. But I would go, let's see, he may even be an even bigger. Yeah, see, he's becoming an even bigger favorite. Yeah. Yeah, Saquon's getting a little ridiculous there. Kicking and punting, let's see. Most kicking points matchup. I'm going with. I would just take the risk here and go with Jake Elliott right here. Plus 112. Plus 112 right here. I would go with Jake Elliott at plus 112. Get that easy money, but I would parlay it with something else. I would go with plus 112, but I would parlay it. So Jake Elliott will be my lock as far as kicking and punting. All right. And yeah, that's pretty much it here with Swifty Special. Let's see what else we got. Travis Kelce, 100 plus receiving yards on 8 plus receptions. I'm not going to lie, that sounds kind of good. That sounds kind of good right here. I would put something on this. It's not a lock, but I would put something on this. There's plus 540. Travis Kelce, 100 plus receiving yards, 8 plus receptions. Wildest dreams. Yes. I would put some money on that. Something on that. You need to calm down. Saquon Barkley, 125 plus rushing yards with 2 plus touchdowns. 2 touchdowns. Usually these kind of players do not do big in this kind of big in big games unless they're quarterbacks. But they're still going to have an impact on the game for sure. But maybe not those kind of stats. Definitely could happen though, but I doubt it. Because people don't rush the ball as much as they used to. But Philadelphia does. But most teams don't rush the ball as much as they used to. If Philadelphia's behind, there's no way that's happening. But last score of the game to be a Chiefs field goal. I would put that. Remember, we were just talking about that. That would probably. I'm gonna add that to my locks. Swinging for the fences there, but it could. Yeah. And Philadelphia on that spread. Chiefs winning the game. But yeah. Score exactly 13 points in the first half. Looking at this one right here. 10-40. Chiefs to score exactly 13 points in the first half. But yeah, how did it end? Travis Kelce. Hold on. Travis Kelce to score a touchdown in the fourth quarter. I say not a lock. Travis Kelce, how did it end? I'd put money on that as well. But yeah. Yeah, I would put money on that as well. But yeah. I will see you guys in the next video. Yeah, and that's the Super Bowl there. Happy betting. I'll see you guys in the next video. Super Bowl 59, Super Bowl Licks, Super Bowl LIX in New Orleans. Happy betting. Take care. FanDuel has great specials on this. A lot of ways you can make money in this Super Bowl for sure off these props. Focus on the props in this one for sure. You guys take care. And yeah, another great year in NFL. Looking forward to seeing y'all NBA, college basketball coming up, NASCAR coming up next weekend, MLB in a couple months. But yeah, I'll see you guys in the next video. You guys take care. Pray every day. I've been Scott. Join the Patreon.